making a dessert for a barbecue later. Today's the 4th, and I'm using one of these reduced fat ready crust, graham cracker crust on the bottom. I'm using this large box of lime green Jello and of course light Cool Whip, and so that's what I'm doing. I think I mixed like 3/4 cup of boiling water with this, and then I added like let's see, I think it's 1 cup of ice and 1/2 cup of cold water. And then once I mixed that all up, I added in the smaller tub of the light Cool Whip, and then just pour it inside here. And so now I'm going to cover this up and put it in the refrigerator for a few hours, and then I should be able to slice it. I'm trying to save my appetite for later on this evening, and so I've got 1 Olay wrap for 1 point, and I've got 1/8 of an avocado, which I use like mayo, so I smash it up under there. And then my 3 ounces of boneless, skinless chicken breast for 0 points, about 1/2 tablespoon of 0 point salsa. So I have 2 points for lunch. It is about 10:30 at night, and I'm about to get on this thing. I know I've been wanting to vary my aerobic activity, my cardio, but it's so late, and these party days are so long that I end up having to, this is like the most convenient and comfortable way to get that cardio in at the end of the day. So here goes. I am watching Peggy Sue Got Married. It is the 5th, and I am just putting out breakfast for the kids. They are doing chores this morning, so I went ahead and set the table for them. And they are having some bacon, oatmeal, and watermelon. This is my breakfast. I have 6 points here: oatmeal, flaxseed meal. I use Molly McButter in here, some stevia. I've got berries, and I've got a couple tablespoons of the sugar-free creamer in here, and 2 hard-boiled eggs, and that's my breakfast.
It's time to get some jumping in.
Good morning. I just picked these out of the garden. A little bit of a sad handful, but I have a ton of really big tomatoes out there right now in my defense. But I have 2 little cute, funny looking peppers, a bunch of little cherry tomatoes, and a couple of serrano chilies. I think maybe I'll just put all this in a little salsa. Hey everybody, it is Saturday, July 7th, and I needed to check in because it's been a while since I've checked in. Sorry, it's a little dark. My overhead light burned down. I haven't changed it yet. Anyway, we are, let's see, you know, I feel like I should have taken off just like until the 10th and just said I'm off of everything, you know, tracking and everything until the 10th, because there's so many birthdays and so many things going on, and I've been actually doing pretty good. I've been doing really, really good with my 30-minute movement challenge, 5 days a week for the month. And so yesterday was one of the days that I'm off, so which means that I moved today. As long as you're doing 5 days a week, you're meeting the challenge, right? So yesterday, it didn't end up where I could get 30 minutes of continuous movement. I could do it throughout the day in 10-minute spurts, but that's not the deal. The deal is 30 minutes of continuous movement. So if you have to go somewhere and you can only do 15 minutes, then come back, then you have to do 30 minutes, right, of continuous movement, because that is the challenge. So anyway, so yesterday I'm not counting, but I've already got 5 days this week, I believe. And so today I got mine done first thing in the morning, because the problem with yesterday was that I kept putting it off until I couldn't fit it into my day anymore. And so, you know, you don't want to get to that point, because then you miss it, right? And then you're too tired. And if you eat late, forget it, right? It's really hard to do it after that. But anyway, so I wanted to talk to you about how it was going. My meals are going well, except yesterday I hit a little bit of a snag. You know, now they're going well, given during this last week, there were 2 days that, I think 2, maybe 3 now, that I did not get a blue dot in, but I was just like just barely over. And for all the celebratory things that are going on, I still count that as a victory. I'm still okay with it. because and tomorrow is another birthday, and the day after that is yet another birthday in our family. So we've had leftovers floating around from the 4th of July. I mean, it's just, there's a lot going on. We did not go out to the buffet last night on Friday because we are, it's quite an expense renovating the rental right now. And so we're trying to pull back in other ways so that, we can meet those responsibilities. But oh my goodness. Okay, so yesterday we were out in the morning, and it was just one of those mornings where you're like overbooked, and it gets to the point where you find that you didn't prepare and you didn't pack anything, and you just have to hit a drive-through. Yesterday morning, long story short, we just had to hit a drive-through, right? And so the most convenient location was In-N-Out, right? And so I was starving, and so I got a cheeseburger, and I split a small fry with my boys, right? So a small cheeseburger, just so you know, is like 14 points. But I only had 2 points in the morning, and then I had like 1 point for dinner, and it just, and still that's only like 15, 16, I know, but then we had some business to do with the phone store, and next door to the phone store was the donut place, and it's just the wrong time. Now, in my defense, I only bought a half dozen to take home, and there's 5 of us here at home. So I had a big donut, and I counted it, which put me over my points, so I didn't get my blue dot, but I was like at 29 or something like that. I still have like 65 fit points for the week. I still have like 18 weeklies for the week. So, and this is a celebratory week, so I mean, I still think that I'm doing okay. But what I've been doing is to try to cope with all the celebrations is just to do as, small a point as possible at all the other meals, and leaving one meal open where I know we're either going to go out to eat, or there's going to be cake or something like that is going to happen. And then I'm not like, over consuming all day long. And that I feel like I give myself half of a chance to do that, So anyway, somebody had asked me, and I was looking at the comments this morning, and I'm sorry I have not been able to get to my comments. I've been meaning to sit down at my computer and get back to all the comments, and it's just like every time I do that, I see your comments and I love them. Thank you so much. I think what I'm going to start doing is just loving all the comments right away so that you can see that I did read it, and then I'm going to get back to it as soon as I can, because but I've been interrupted like constantly, right? I mean, I have these wonderful little boys, but they constantly interrupt me, and they need things, and then when they're done, my husband needs things, and so my life, that's my life. But so sometimes I get that, those precious moments where I can actually sit down and comment back, and I'm right now I'm just really looking for that moment. Hopefully maybe I can do that today. But anyway, somebody asked me if I was doing Freestyle or Smart Points. And so thank you for that question. It actually threw me for a loop because it made me go, what, it was like, what am I doing? But because Freestyle, you still have to count smart points, right? Because on my app, I either have Simply Filling or I have, it says tracking. Well, tracking is now everything's under the umbrella, right, for tracking of Freestyle. So I get 23 smart points for the day under Freestyle. So I'm still counting those smart points under Freestyle. That's my understanding. If I'm missing something, let me know, because that's how I do it. It's like I get 23 smart points under Freestyle, and some things are free, right, under Freestyle. And then I don't have to count those. Oh, so I think maybe what they're asking is, are you counting even the things that are free? Because if people are saying they're doing smart points, then that means that they're counting even the things that are free under Freestyle, right? But that's not what I mean. I'm counting the smart points that I get under Freestyle. So yes, I'm doing Freestyle, but I still have to count my smart points, right? So I don't count the things that are free under Freestyle. I hope that makes sense, because it makes sense to me. I'm not doing simply filling right now. I am doing freestyle, and I'm counting the points that I'm supposed to count to get under the 23 points umbrella every day. And I don't count the things that are free, like eggs whites, you know what I mean, fruit. Unless I blend it, I think I will count it if I blend it. I mean, the things that are free, like certain beans, you know, things like that, then I don't count them, right, under freestyle. So that's what I'm doing. But anyway, so today is Saturday, and what are we going to do? I'm just going to keep it as reasonable as possible. At least that's my intention right now. And then tomorrow is one of our little guys' birthdays, and so there's going to be cake. There's going to be the cake, kind of cake I like, right? Supermarket cake, marble cake, chocolate, whipped cream inside, whipped cream on the outside. Very dangerous. So let's see what happens. You know, I'm really going to just try to, I have to admit this. After I ate the donut yesterday, after, you know, going all June with no added sugars, you know, as much as possible, it's like after the donut, I did feel sick last night. I felt sick, and not only that, but I got irritable, and I didn't like that, right? I got irritable. I didn't want to feel like that. It felt heavy. And so I think I just need to remember that. I need to remember that when the cake comes around, and let myself know that. I'm going to have to do something. I really, you know, I think I'm making it through okay with these birthdays, but I am concerned about letting sugar back in, you know, right now. So sugar is yeah, it's like a drug, you know, and it calls you back, you know, even if it doesn't make you feel good, it still calls you back, you know. So, and it's really horrible for your skin. And my skin has been pretty good, and the skin is a window to your gut health. So if you're having trouble with your skin, you're probably having trouble with your gut health, and your gut health is your central system for your immune system. So if your gut is looking good, your immune system is looking good. So look at your skin, which shows you your guts, which shows you your immune system. So make sure your gut is healthy. And yeah, sugar is not good for that. Anyway, I'm going to let you go for now. I just wanted to check in with you and let you know how I was doing. And yeah, love you guys a lot. See you soon. Bye. So I split the flies. I split the flies with the boys. You know what I'm talking about, right? I split fries with the boys, and so I had half of a small fry, and then